The views and opinions expressed by the Real Teachers of Atlanta, LLC, are those of the podcasters and do not necessarily reflect the official policy, position, ideologies, or standards of any school district in any county in the United States. Any content provided by our podcasters, guests, and callers are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, institutions affiliated with the local government, individuals, or anyone or anything. The podcasts and all affiliated with the Real Teachers of Atlanta, LLC, are used for entertainment purposes only. We are back with the Real Teachers of Atlanta. We have a very special episode. Let's get ready to rumble. Put your dukes up. We are talking teachers breaking up fights. Please make sure that you like and subscribe, please. Go ahead and hit that like button. We are the Real Teachers of Atlanta on all platforms. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Let's go.
All right, let's dive in.
How do we feel about teachers breaking up fights?
Like Ty had said before, I ain't doing it.
What?
Yeah. Not doing it. I've done it before. Not doing it again.
What was your experience like breaking up fights?
It was awful. Because, first of all, my thing is, one, kind of like, what makes you do it is like those are your kids, you care about them, you don't want them doing, you don't want them fighting, you know what I mean? However, it's not the reality because they slinging, some of them kids bigger than us, and too many teachers getting hurt. I mean, I just wouldn't do it. Retrospective, I wouldn't do it again.
Okay.
Wouldn't do it again.
I have never broken up.
I
can't even get it out good. I have never broken up a fight.
10 out of 10 don't recommend.
And I tell all my students, when you get ready to rah,
out the door.
Know what you're doing and know how to fight. I tell everybody, you trying to fight, you better know how to fight.
Yeah.
Because I don't break up no fight.
Yeah.
I've never broken up a fight either. It's what it is.
That don't work. It didn't work.
Not the button.
Yes, Miss Carter. Can you send an AP down to Miss J. Carter's room?
I know you do.
Who's in the hallway?
I know. Okay.
So ain't no buttons in the hallway.
Oh, you mean if you're in the hallway?
No, that's what, for me, that's what a fight was. It was in the hallway.
Oh.
It's in the hallway.
I'm saying if you're in the hallway, it's usually people that can help you or an AP that's available to kind of. There's somebody. Okay.
Where's the support when you
Okay.
My bad.
I mean, so they were just fighting and you were just in the hallway by yourself.
I mean, the kids were changing classes, so naturally, what they want to do, make the circle, make the fight club. I had just had the surgery. I had just gotten back from surgery.
Oh my god!
And everybody else standing around, I'm like, I know these two.
Well, you want to say something, Ty? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, there has been a few times that I know that you've been in the hallway with that little cord and pushed it on in the room. So, I don't blame you. And I don't blame any teacher or recommend any teacher to break up fights. I know that, we are there, but I think you need to be properly trained on what happens in the event if a fight breaks out. But unfortunately, we are not trained to, be a referee. And administration will advise you as well, don't break up fights, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So it's not a contractual obligation for us to do.
Yeah. You're not. So I think that the other part of it is we aren't covered. So like even in the instance when I did it, I was actually pulled to the side like after the fact and told, don't ever do that again. Just get somebody. I'm like, well, okay, but what nobody in the hallway, what nobody to get. But and for me, that was my thought process. However, after that, again, in hindsight is 20/20. So when I thought about it, I was like, I would never do this again. I just never did.
Because if you're breaking up a fight and you accidentally hit a child, you can be charged with assault or battery.
You can be sued.
And the parents can sue you and call teachers over. So you never know. So yes, your intention is to your intention is to break up the fight, obviously, but in the long run, the parent could say, okay, well, you hit my child, or okay, you did this. And I mean, at the end of the day, I'm assuming that if you're a teacher, that you want the best for your students, but at the end of the day, you have a family to go home to.
That's correct.
And it's not advised to break up a fight.
No.
Go and get somebody.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the moments when the students hit the teacher, because there has been moments where teachers have been hit, breaking up fights, black eye, broken arm. Like I've seen a teacher on crutches because she broke up a fight.
Yeah. But you can't sue the kids.
That's crazy.
You can't sue the kids, and because you're not supposed to. One, to your point, we don't get training for that. We don't get combat training for breaking up fights. And so when you do it, right, your health bills, you can't, who you gonna sue? The kid, the parent, the school, the district? You can't. Why? Because you weren't supposed to be doing it. That's not in your contract. And that's what I would go back to. Well, you're not contractually obligated to do it. So why did you do it? We didn't tell you to.
These kids, when they fight these days, I mean, it's just not it's
crap.
No,
you put the stick up there and I push it down. Or you're waiting on
trying to kill each other.
Waiting on you to say your mama.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, it's already setting off, and they're plotting.
Yes, they plan.
They plan to fight. Whatever social media, so they can go ahead and get that footage, because it's footage. I've seen some. I've seen.
I remember.
I seen two girls get down. I'm like,
yes.
Wow.
And they fight like grown men.
I'm gonna tell you, these two girls. I've seen some high school girls really get down too, but these two girls were in middle school and they were fighting like some grown women.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, I ain't got time to be doing all too cute to be trying to do all that fighting.
But then it's why they
punch you with your hair.
Yes. And then they fight over what? Boyfriends. They fight over respect. You stepped on my shoes.
I was in the cafeteria one time, long time ago, in the past. School in the past. Yes.
You right.
Anyway, so I'm sitting at lunch, and I said to one of the other teachers, I said, hey, I'll take, the class or whatever for you. She was like, okay. Normally she would stay, but for some reason this day I took the class. So I'm standing over by the door, and before I knew it, we were sitting like this is the teacher's table, and the kids are like behind us. And literally, there's a fight that breaks out. She's sitting like this. She's eating her chicken for the day or whatever. I do remember it was chicken that day. And the kids were like bumping her. Right. She's not even turns around. She's sitting. I'm literally sick. And she's the closest adult to me. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking like she's not going to. In my mind, I'm like, but she's just Jamaican lady. Bouncing around. And so I asked her, I said,
Let that jerk chicken go.
She said, she had the chicken, and the kids were bumping.
I would have been bumping right with them.
I was like, so you didn't break? She said, I'm not breaking up a fight. She said, I scooted up. I had my meal. She said, y'all take care of it. It was the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
I can't imagine.
She was not breaking up that fight at all.
Yeah.
To get hurt.
After that first fight?
Like for what?
I'm telling you, the number of fights I've seen since. I'm not worried.
Push the button.
What's your name?
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried.
Listen.
Smells good.
So how do y'all I know that the students, of course, too, they don't care. They don't care what they say.
It's bigger. You can do more.
We're learning how to do it though.
They saying everything. What they knowing how to do it?
Yeah, you think it's social media? You think it's?
I don't really think it's that
it's
anymore.
Their environment.
We had fighting in school. We did have some fighting in school, but boy, I tell you, they getting down. How do y'all feel about I know we're talking about students fighting, but how do y'all feel about the
I'll say this. This is where I'm at. There's no respect. There's no respect.
So
the
when did this happen?
level. A couple weeks ago.
Okay,
It's still fresh.
I didn't.
So there was a substitute teacher.
Okay.
No, it wasn't here. It wasn't here.
Chicago.
I
think.
Something crazy.
Anyhow, it was a substitute teacher. You know that they just
Anybody. I did get some details on that.
They ain't got no handbook. Come straight to class. So she had one that was weird.
The girl going up there.
So you know how they get when you take their phone that they're not supposed to have it.
Right.
Maybe.
That they say they texted their mom on.
Do how she did it.
You know how it go.
Do how she did it.
What's so much?
Get in my phone!
Get in my phone!
To the substitute
Yes,
teacher.
in the girl's face.
She was like, get in my phone.
Perfect.
And the lady had
And the girl was reaching.
And she was, she
Like this in the lady's face.
it was a bad day for her.
With the substitute teacher.
No. What she
Fight Club. Said, you tried the last one you'll never try.
showed her where she was from.
Let her know everybody ain't.
Stop.
That's funny.
Oh, she had it down the brow. Got an answer that young Jesus.
People said,
The teacher of
That son had on a skirt.
It was short.
She's shapely though. However, it
I
was
mean, if you
short.
fighting, it's
but
gonna
it
come
is-
up.
But she in the classroom. What the fuck? She had a
Real
thong
That's
on.
real good.
They showed her thong.
It was the
butt was
kid,
showing.
the
I
part
ain't seen
and
the
there,
butt.
huh?
With
The
the
both
stomach.
Yeah, we
cheeks.
gotta buy we gotta go shopping for this spot. Bro.
Y'all making me so mad. I'm gonna link you.
What
What's
happened?
We're not. She don't stockings. What are y'all talking about?
Don't worry about it.
What is this?
That's
Yeah,
both.
we
Anyway,
make
She
sure
said that it makes sense right away.
Anyway.
Might as well have been
She had, you know, remember how they straddle?
You know what I mean?
Had
Had
to
her
do
down.
that straddle.
Had her pinned
I mean, I
down.
saw
What?
that.
Was like wrestling.
Remember when I
NWO, baby.
when I
What?
bought it?
The little girl had tried her
Sold in the
last.
bathrooms
What?
and the
You
front.
think we playing?
It was good for that.
Oh my
She
God.
tried. She ain't gonna try nobody else.
What?
And then,
Now,
wait, what the little girl said though? She
But the
said,
truth, but you know, and I do see a lot of comments about people saying,
Oh, this piece
you know,
right here.
well, some people have joined on the bandwagon about they know teachers are now tired.
Yeah,
This
they
is
are.
how the students are acting,
People
and
pulling up.
you know,
yeah.
I don't recommend any, you know, substitute or any
Nobody.
teacher, you know, doing it. But you know, I guess you know everybody is not just going to follow their book. I mean, she wasn't a
If
teacher.
you relax.
She's a substitute, so of course she, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
if you ain't, I mean, if you coming in the doors, you supposed to do, you know, what's the right
Because you do
thing.
get training. I mean, I went through some. We went
up to
through.
180 pounds now.
No, I'm saying we went through training.
What?
You talking about substitute?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Not fight training. I've never. There is not a
I
school
never
I've
went
ever
to-
been to that's had fight training.
I never had
Then when you lost
substitute.
weight, the stress.
No, I'm saying like you do your
And
ethics,
then
your
Yeah,
online, your online class.
trauma.
That was training?
Separation.
I can't even remember.
No.
Oh,
Like I was substitute a few times before I
I mean,
became
cook boss.
a permanent teacher. I'm trying to think, like, I can't even remember
cooks.
the process of,
My
like,
goodness.
the other schools. Like, it wasn't.
So, right. Make sure you're not a pedophile. Make sure you ain't got no criminal record. But it's not even a criminal record. It's only a record against crimes against children, right?
Children, yeah.
And that's it. And they don't even like some places don't
But
even
one
check
district
what?
I did go through a training.
Yes. So I found out
Where
Chicago
online
is one
training.
that supposedly has so some states, Chicago was one where you have to be certified to be like there's
To be a
certified to be a-
not a certified teacher, but there's a substitute
The
certification.
That's what we went, but we
No.
Yes. That's
every.
what I did.
No, I'm
at
not.
a
We ain't had no
district that I was
classroom
at.
training.
Oh well, no, you don't get class.
Yeah, it
You don't get
wasn't. I couldn't go.
classroom
If I'd have used what I learned as a sub and said, "Let me go teach a classroom," absolutely no way I would have been able to do it. Because when my first time subbing was, oh Jesus, man, talk about it, Lord. I don't want to put people on blast. It was awful. I almost didn't go back. As a matter of fact, I skipped the last day. But it's not I don't think we don't get when you're a substitute. And I think it's good we brought this up. As a substitute, there is no, I'm going to just call it combat training. There ain't no fight training, no combat training.
Not even for teachers.
No, because we're
I
not
don't
supposed to be doing it.
Exactly.
They do have
Restraint training.
If you're doing EBD, right?
Correct.
Right.
I did it. I went through it.
I guess is
restraint
it just
training.
for special education teachers or is it for all teachers?
I don't know. I went through restraint training to learn how to do it. We had
no, you wasn't going to. Why would you?
I had to use it. I'm glad I went.
You used it.
I had to use it once in my whole time.
I'm not doing it.
I had to use it one time. But wait, it wasn't. Hold on, and I will say it wasn't.
I used to do it.
Let me tell you. Let me put the scenario together to you because the scenario is what's gonna really get you. You ready? Okay. It was a class that was mixed students. It was like 30.
Scenario.
It's gonna be true.
Okay.
But my co-teacher was substituting.
Okay.
My co-teacher was a sub that day,
Right.
so she wasn't in the room. Co-teacher wasn't in the room.
Okay.
I had everybody came to school that day, and in this particular class, it was mixed ESOL, SPED, EBD.
That's how they gotta mix it. You can't have any other.
But
mix.
now I got 35. Everybody's, and one decide. Let me show out. Let me punch you in the face and see how you. But tell somebody else. Hey, I'm gonna punch her in the face. Watch this. Punch me in the face. Punch somebody else in the face. Out of nowhere. We supposed to be crafting. It's the end of the school year. What you doing? We was crafting. It was the end of the school year. I was done. We was making shapes. You punch people in the face.
So you broke the fight too?
It wasn't a fight.
So
When the one child got hit, she punched him back, and that's what got my attention because everybody was like, "Miss Rose, what you gonna do?" And I was like, "Nothing." But the button wasn't working. Button wasn't working either. We were doing the button, and there was another one of them times where. System must have been down. Had to go send some more kids out the hallway to fetch someone else.
It may have been, some fights that didn't make it to administration because, I don't think everything is administrative worthy.
Or is the administration not worth the fight? I just like to ask sometimes.
Yeah, I gotta think about that. Say it again.
Yeah.
You said some fights are not administration worthy. And I said, or is it that administration isn't worth the fight?
What do you mean?
I mean, in all contexts.
I mean, if there's a fight, you pass it on to them and they do whatever they're going to do with the child.
Or nothing, which just means that it wasn't even worth.
Well, I didn't report a fight, but they went home and told their daddy. Daddy called me. I told him what happened. Hey, it was, it wasn't like they was knocking stuff down. Your son said something.
Right.
He got chin check.
Sometimes that's what you need, though.
He got chin check.
Yeah.
I broke it up.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
By mouth.
Right.
It wasn't nothing that I had to hey, get in the middle of it was. It was he said something. You thought you was ready for it.
He wasn't.
And then he came across the desk on you.
He came across the desk.
I love it.
You know how they kind of.
I love it.
They
shake
You gotta make a scene. Gotta make it look. How
She said, "Finish
good.
up shit."
Go ahead. Anyhow, long story short, they just pushed each other. The one little boy push was harder than he took it up a notch.
Yeah.
But they didn't get past those one or two hitters. So
it wasn't necessary.
We talked about it.
Yeah.
We had a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want to write anybody up.
Because that's always
write anybody up. Let's have a second chance. We know,
stuff like that.
I was doing it there before I knew there was gonna be some therapy coming into the classroom.
Oh my God.
So anyhow, parent, understood, had a conversation with him. They wasn't tripping about the situation.
Right.
So it was all good.
I don't feel like there's anything wrong with not. I don't want to say reporting, but if it's something that you can break up by mouth, why not?
I mean, it's kind of hard to, because when the kids are in fight mode, it's kind of hard to say, hey,
They stop when you do that.
They do stop.
But I'm saying, like, if they do, like, if you can just verbally say, we're not doing it today.
And now that has happened where it looks like they're about to posture to fight, and I'm like, hey, I'm like, what y'all doing? And then they'll stop.
Yeah.
But sometimes if it's to the point where they have it in their minds where this is what we're going to do,
and then you can do that.
Right, because I don't ever want to be that teacher that, you know, pull the student, they in this rage,
right?
And then you retaliate against me.
Because I'm going to knock your ass out. Let me tell you about me. I'm going to be just like that sub then.
Every action has a reaction.
That's a law.
It was a reflex.
You know, that's a law too. That's a universal law.
Mm-hmm.
Every action has a reaction.
Yep, it's in the Bible.
I just,
Somewhere. I'm find it.
It is.
The day I got to be hit by a kid,
I'm going to pretend I'm their mama and tear their tail up like their mama need to be.
I gotta, you know,
And that's why I
have
don't like.
close.
Would you like to elaborate? Oh. Okay.
I'll just keep it cute.
Oh, I got it.
So much is said without saying that name. I just
Anyway.
Okay. Well, so no, we're not breaking up fights. We do not.
It's
Don't
a
break up
it's a
fights.
unanimous
Don't
no.
do it.
Don't touch the teachers.
Yeah.
Don't, you know.
Keep your hands
We're
to
not there
yourself.
to fight students.
No.
Students shouldn't be there to fight each other.
What about
I
those
think
parents that want you, that get upset that you didn't break up a fight between their student and their
I've
child?
never had that.
Oh, they're all
I haven't
over
had
social
that.
media
I've never
and
had
news.
that.
I've
That's
never
insane.
personally, but I'm just asking because it's happening
But
now.
wait a minute now. Now, depending on the type of AP that you have, they may have had that conversation with the parent and they just didn't bring it back to you because they felt like it wasn't necessary. So there may have been some parents that have said, hey, why didn't so-and-so break up the fight? And then maybe the AP said, hey, whatever. It's never, ever come back to me.
No, I've
Not
never
from
had
the
it, but I'm saying.
not from
Not
the
from
administration. Like I
administration.
said, the parent did call me
right.
on the situation that did happen in my classroom.
Mhm.
You know, it didn't escalate up to administration because, you know, I told
Right.
the parent what
Yeah.
happened. You know, everybody
Okay.
was on the same page. with
Right.
it.
Mhm.
I mean, in that situation, I agree with you. I don't feel like it's something where I would have been like, let's go talk to admin or get somebody. Like some stuff, like you said, it's just
You
not
know,
worth
nobody,
it.
You know,
Yeah,
wasn't
nobody.
bleeding or
Nah.
anything like that. So.
You know, the blood involved. I got Band-Aids too, so some of that I don't know. I'm just, for what? If you did some junk and you need to get stopped, then.
But I think it's a natural response.
I do too.
To
I'm
want
sorry,
to stop
I do too.
students from fighting. But that's, you know, teachers, we have to also, it's hard because we have to make sure that we're, I guess, aware of our kids' emotions. So
Yeah.
if, you know, you have a kid that looks kind of crazy, if they're not talking, they're usually talkative, they're probably preparing for a fight. At least that's what I've experienced before.
Right.
Go ahead, Ty.
And I've had a student where I've had to, you know, they were very, I'll use this word, excited with the teacher.
Mhm.
And I had a relationship with that student, so I was able to get that student under control. Now, you know, people around me were like, you know, why you handle the child like this, and you should be doing this.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need to escalate stuff.
Right. Yes.
Right.
You know, yes, this child is wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but if we go about it this way, then we're gonna be one of them schools on TV.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, as teachers, like some of us have to realize what we're doing when it comes to certain situations. Now, we are the adult. We are in charge.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes I think, you know, we don't have to, I don't know.
You don't have to add fuel to the fire.
Antagonize the
Yeah,
situation.
that's what it sounds like. Exactly. I agree with you.
It was going to be bad. Just feel like it was going to be a bad situation.
Agreed.
But you know, the kids that respect you and listen to
They'll
you,
yeah,
you can get them to calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can.
I just don't think, like I said, with parent, like, you know, as I been looking at these different scenarios, like with the substitute and parents being like, or people saying, hey, she should, like parents need to be breaking, or teachers need to be breaking up these fights, or why would they let them fight?
Teachers need to.
Oh yes,
You gotta be in
have
those
people.
Positions, like
And that,
the little clipping, 3-minute clipping, 5-minute clipping.
You're not
that
getting
you
the
see
scenario
on the social media. It goes very different.
Yes.
Because myself and other teachers, I'm sure, have been in situations. Well, thank God, we didn't end up on any news, or of course we didn't do anything to end up on any news, but we've been in.
Thank you, Jesus.
We've seen how kids can act.
Oh yeah.
This is real life situation. Not all kids, but we've seen how some kids can be really disrespectful, and you like, oh my God. I mean, I see how she can get upset because I've been in those shoes.
Yeah. Agreed, and that's where I take it too. And I feel like parents, or I won't even say that these are always parents that make these comments, but I think that when people make these comments and say the teachers need to break up these fights, they shouldn't let the kids fight. But my thing is,
the teachers accountable for so much.
Correct, and I can't be the referee and teach and even outside of that, before we even go there, it's if something happens to this child and it's by my hand, everybody's coming after me.
Oh, you going to jail?
Exactly, I'm going to jail. But everybody's talking about
no questioning.
Correct.
Handcuff.
Right.
Really.
And I don't do good in prison, orange or stripes, so I'm not doing it.
Well, once again, you have to remember, teachers are always criminalized. It's like
Correct.
We're looking to see if you do one little thing to make sure that you understand, like, hey, you're not really on the same playing field as you on the adult playing field as you think so. Because the kids have more power than we do in some certain
We
situations.
said we were going to talk about that one day. How many more rights these students have over teachers? They have. We will have to do that. But I think you're right. It's like terrible. I think you're right. It's problematic, but no, we're not breaking up no fights. I don't have.
At the end of the day, power to you if you're breaking up fights. Power to you. I'm not doing it.
No, God, please
don't do it.
If you're a new teacher and your students start fighting, I would suggest you need to locate the button in your room.
Or the phone.
I'm looking at you, the camera. Yeah, locate the button in the room. Go and push it. Okay, don't even let. If it's getting to the point where the kids are like killing each other, hopefully by that time somebody else will come. And that's really all the advice that I have.
Because I hate to have my video floating around.
My God.
Oh, y'all talking about me.
What you ask?
So it'd be best. Because I tell y'all kids all the time, look at me. I can go on to the house.
Don't do it.
I can go on to the house.
Yeah.
I said the same thing. I'm not breaking up no fights.
Don't touch me.
Mm-mm.
Don't put your hands on me. Children need to be children.
And parents, I think that parents need to be held accountable when their children are fighting too.
Especially in jail.
They don't.
They need to go to jail.
So in the state of Georgia, by the
if
time
your
they're
child
in
done
middle school,
broke my leg like the girl broke the teacher leg at the school,
and right there,
y'all need to
they locked
pay.
her up, but that was high school. But
y'all
in middle
need to
school,
pay me. I need my medical bills paid.
Hey, I agree.
I'm going to
But
my
wait a minute.
therapist.
I agree. Yes.
I'm messed up.
But didn't she sue the lady who
She's
lady?
not.
She didn't get a year for juvenile detention.
The girl,
where the parents held
the
accountable.
parent, the teacher. So because it's out.
When
But
these parents start being held accountable,
then
it's gonna be an issue. But no, the parents were not charged, and the teacher has not formally sued.
Why? I know that's kind of a
because, and that's my issue, right? But because she's a teacher, she cares.
Is that what she said?
She still cares.
Is that why she has to sue?
She didn't sue. She has not formally sued. She cares.
That's crazy.
But a lot of
walking around there.
the lady that was shot withdrew her lawsuit too.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
What?
I'm dead ass. Withdrew.
No, she did.
Yes, she did.
I'm talking about the lady. Wait.
Got shot by the little boy.
No, she didn't.
She
Bro.
withdrew the lawsuit. Dropped. Yes, she did drop her suit.
When?
2 weeks ago, family, and she dropped the lawsuit.
Make it down.
Yeah.
Right, I know.
She must got called to the office.
I don't know.
No, can't. I'm at the look.
No, I don't. No,
That's
I don't.
crazy.
They didn't say she did anything, but she dropped her lawsuit. I don't know what all the
It
stuff
must
is
have
about,
been,
but
must have been a
must have been
conversation.
something.
Had to be.
Been.
Had
You know the board is fired. The board audible's gone.
So somebody else.
Somebody-
She
something happened.
got paid from something somewhere.
I don't know. Because remember the guy was saying, so one of the attorneys for the district was saying that this is an assumption of assumed risk of the job. And that was the argument.
Right.
That being injured on the job as an educator is an assumed risk when you sign up to teach. That's what they were saying. But there's no yeah. You're supposed to assume that. So when we go to the classroom, we need to start wearing our body armor.
We
knew
knew
that.
Yes. And so this was y'all.
See, we knew, but I think our teachers will fight you.
Oh, absolutely. My middle school teachers. I remember in middle school, I never remember seeing an admin ever come into my classroom.
I don't even know my principal
Ever.
from middle
We would
school.
see them in the hallway and we would get quiet.
Yep.
We wouldn't say a word.
That's
it was
true.
a sign of respect. It was like, oh my God, that's such
There
and
was
such.
a fear.
It was
Yes.
fear.
But not. It was a natural fear. You understood the
Yes.
position.
I mean, when shaking in your boots.
Right, but it was
a
like
sign of
there's the
respect.
principal.
It
Yes.
was like, oh my God,
That's the
principal.
principal.
Oh my God,
I need to be on
there's
my
the
best
AP.
behavior.
Hi, and she was. I forgot what her name was, but she was super nice. My middle school
Yeah.
principal, and AP.
Shout out to Mr. Theodore.
Oh, that's what Mr. Perry, Principal Perry. That was his name.
That
Principal
was
Perry.
my graduating
Mr.
principal.
Perry. Yeah.
See, I just think these kids. I think you said
Yeah,
it. It's
I
a
know,
sign
I
of
know.
respect. These kids don't have no respect now. That's why I don't.
Freshman year.
Oh, you
So-
wow.
What? No, wow, girl.
You were the ISS?
Are there stories to tell?
You were in ISS a lot. Did you all have ISS?
Did you have
Did we have? I don't. No, we didn't have. I was an athlete, so it wasn't like I could be going to ISS. But
Okay.
me and my good friend, we enjoyed high school. Put it like that.
Lord.
We were the people that we used to call it. They call it Jones, and I think now we used to,
Jonan?
yeah.
Oh,
Jones.
okay.
We used to call it cracking. We used to crack on
They
you.
don't call it Jonan now, but I knew it.
We were terrible. We were terrible.
I can't believe
So
that.
I'm trying to
I can't
like.
imagine
Okay, so
that.
you never got in like for real trouble.
No, like I think the most.
Not one of them. Shit. Gone to tell.
The most trouble that I can remember getting into in high school, we skipped school. Cause yeah, I know.
I would have died.
I'm greedy.
You
Listen,
really go get some-
so
I had to.
me and my good friend, we both players on the basketball team. I'm gonna get the story out. So me and my good friend, we were players on the basketball team, and we hooked up with one of our classmates. He was, they was deeming him as a little bad boy in school. I don't see how, but anyway, we were hungry, and so my friend lived close to the school, right? So we was just gonna hop. I had the car, so we just gonna hop to her house real quick and cook some breakfast, and hop back to the school.
Okay.
She called her mom when we got to the house. Her mama, rest her soul. Rest in peace.
Oh, okay.
She snitched?
I was so surprised. I said,
Why would she do that?
What kind of friendship is that? You're supposed to take stuff like that to the grave.
I said, first of all, why you even called your mama and told her? We said, she called her mama told but her mom was cool though. That's we ain't know she was gonna tell on us, but anyway, she told us we got 5 minutes to get back to that school. Girl, we got back to the school. They was calling our name on the intercom. Girl, I was like, oh my god. So, girl,
Wow.
we ended up getting like 3 Saturday schools.
Wow.
It was so fun. They tried to blame it on on the guy.
Oh, right,
Because he was already in trouble anyway. Okay.
We wouldn't. It was we were skipping. Y'all too
And he
skipping
had,
school.
yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think it was even his idea. I really think it was my girlfriend's idea because she stayed close. Girl, that breakfast was about to be popping. I don't even remember who was gonna cook it. I just know we was going to eat.
I knew it was about some food.
It had to be. Have you ever done something like that?
No.
I've never.
No.
I have had detention before.
I think, like I didn't get a whooping for it. I think that was punishment enough for us to stare in school.
For 3 Saturdays, yeah.
in a row.
That was hilarious.
That's terrible. Yeah. I don't know. Well, now we know the story.
Yeah, got the story time. Might tell y'all something else off the air.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, so to wrap it up, no, do not be breaking up no fights. Do I say that was so not educated? Please do not break up fights. I said B2. Ooh, anyways, please don't break up. Please don't be. I know I don't have to know how to read because I teach math. I keep saying that.
She said,
I don't be breaking up no. We're not gonna relive the moment. Please don't break up any fights. And make sure you understand what your training manual says and what's within your contract limitations before you put your hands on your students. Because I hate to see you on TikTok because I'm gonna watch the video on repeat and laugh because that's what I do. Anyways, but thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And with that, bye. Skipping.
not you skipping time.
Oh, it was one time.